All right, I've gotten the go-ahead that we are ready to start. Once again, my name is Kanban Meow, and we are about to see Neutopia II 100% on the TurboGrafx 16, run by the one, the only, the man who I have been told inspired bird's eye view action RPGs. Vani Van, take it away, my friend.
Alrighty. Hello, everyone out there. My name is Vani Van, and what I will be bringing to you on this lovely evening is Neutopia II for the TurboGrafx 16, and I will be doing the 100% category. But before we go any further, I have some introductions to do. I have my very good friend and basically designated troll for this whole thing, Netara.
I hear Neutopia 2 was actually inspired by Neutopia.
We've got plenty of time for that.
Oh.
Don't empty the clip now, okay?
The clip is never empty.
I have another very good friend and fellow TurboGrafx 16 enthusiast, and someone who actually knows this darn game. That would be FlannelKat.
Hello and welcome to Vani's run of this video game.
Yes, indeed.
You're watching live.
And then I have another fantastic friend and my designated travel buddy, and that would be Quistakular right here.
I was promised some Fruitopia, but it hasn't materialized, so I'm here.
It's
Sorry.
Fruitopia adjacent. So, alrighty. So, I tell you what, we have a hero to name. So I'm going to go ahead and press start here and get to that screen, and I am going to ask the one, the only Kanban Meow to tell me what is going to be the name of tonight's protagonist.
Well, with a last-minute snipe, it is Canon.
Okay.
At $175.
Okay.
That is C, capital C-A-N-O-N.
Does it look good?
I think it looks
Looks
beautiful.
good to me.
The
Okay.
best.
Very good. Alrighty. Well, I tell you what, I am about to get ready to get started here. Natar, you good?
Oh, I'm born ready.
Kat, you
Do we
good?
want to talk about the fun?
We'll get there in a second, but you good?
I am ready to go.
Everyone back there, y'all ready?
Yeah, folks.
Alrighty. All right, we are going to get started in 3, 2, 1, go. All right. So we start out here with a kind of like a little flashback. This is Jazeta. We're going to get the, oh, shoot. You can get a stab there and yeah.
That'll be time?
Yeah.
Yes. Starting off the best.
Yeah.
Already dead.
So now we teleport here to where we see this kid who's just watching a woman sleep while holding a shield, because that's totally normal. And what's happening is she wakes up to tell this young man that she has had a vision about what has happened to Jazeta. Now, who she is talking to is Jazeta's son. And we haven't seen Jazeta for a year, and we need to figure out what's going on with him. So what she's going to do is, in a second here, she is going to give us a magic, oh, I'm sorry, it is a, here we go, it's a charmed compass.
Okay.
We'll use this exactly never, so that's cool.
Can we use it once?
No. Well, I mean, you don't actually use it. You kind of just need to refer to it. Now,
You'll look at it.
Speaking of referring to things, if you look here, this gentleman says, "Hello, I'm still around for the first game. What a great sequel." And he's right. Okay. Now, for those that are familiar with the first game too, right after you come out of the beginning area, you go and you talk to an old man, and he gives you medicine and bombs, just like we have gotten here. And we'll talk more about what we need to do there. But for now, the first objective is to get rich. We need $300 to buy a very, very particular and just incredibly useful weapon that we will be using through a good portion of this game. So I'm going to be farming from certain enemies to try to get that money. I've got a bit to do it, and I certainly hope that I get there. Now, in the meantime, though, I want you to absolutely just immerse yourself in the hot jams that are going on here with this music. This theme is really, really good, and it's one of the themes throughout, frankly, this game and all of the both Neutopia games. All right, so those pig farmers that I killed there, they can drop bombs. I'm going to need bombs a whole lot throughout this entire run. They can drop money too, but I'm more interested in the bombs. Now, these slimes here, all they do is drop money. They can drop either 10, 50, or 100, or, like they do most often, they can drop nothing. Okay, there's 10.
We'll
money.
take,
All right.
we'll take 10.
10 at a time, that's fine.
Where'd it
All
go?
right.
What a suggestive stone formation.
Yes, exactly. Now, speaking of stones and whatnot, there's going to be a theme throughout this run, and my assistant Kat here is going to count this. This is going to be rocks and blocks that we will push, okay? There is going to be a counter that she is going to keep on every single time I push one of these. And what we want for, well, why don't you tell them what you would like for the viewers at home to do?
So, we have this, since I've never actually counted the amount of blocks that we inconvenience, as we like to say, as Neutopia players, I want you at home to just imagine over the time of this hour and 20 minutes, how many blocks are we going to push? And either donate that amount of money or donate an arbitrary amount of money with the quantity of blocks that you think we're going to push. Or, wait for the end of the run and donate all of it. It's fine, but...
What I'm about to demonstrate here is a damage boosting trick where I'm just going to hold down as soon as I go in that room, knowing I'm going to get hit and bounce the opposite direction that I'm facing. Let's see here. Now, these little gel things, they can drop $50, but they can also drop bombs as well. So we're definitely going to want to see that. Like, I don't need to kill the ones in this next room. I'm going to anyway because, I mean, we just need bombs all over the place. The ones that I picked up in the treasure chest, normally I wouldn't pick them up if I got some on the way. So we refer to those as the bombs of shame. And they don't make me terribly happy. But you know what? Sometimes a dog's got to do what a dog's got to do. So
Can't believe Vani is skipping chess.
I was just going to say, I was going to be like, Vani, what category is this?
Okay, speaking of getting chess,
I stole Netara's line, I'm sorry.
you notice that I have you notice that I have picked up the bronze armor here. Let's talk about the category that I'm doing. It's 100%, so I am going to be picking up all permanent collectibles. So all weapons, sword, shield, armor. There's another damage boosting trick there. Before I get too much into that, I'm going to intentionally kill this guy because of his potential drop, which I got, which are the wings.
Nice.
Those are going
Let's
to save
do
us
it.
some time. Yeah. All right, somebody's being nice to me here. I appreciate that.
I don't mind how many times our main character gets inconvenienced. Just
Yeah.
the blocks. I'm
Just
here
the blocks.
representing the
Just here
blocks.
for the blocks.
Yes.
Here for the block time, not a long time.
That kind of works.
Yes. Now, every dungeon that I'm going to be in has a key, and you need to use this in order to open the door to the boss. So
Would you call it a boss key?
I guess so.
Okay.
Okay.
Good.
There you go.
No
All
reason.
right. Very good. I still have not been given any bombs, and this is kind of starting to make me grip a little bit. So let's see if these decide to hook me. Okay, $50, I'll take that, because I'm actually pretty low on cash. I should have more at this point. Ow.
Disappointing your ancestors.
I know.
I want to see
Alrighty.
some blocks inconvenience. Some
Don't-
more.
don't
More
worry.
blocks.
Yeah, I was
Don't
about to-
worry.
Don't worry.
You will get your fill.
Ready for
I
blocks.
promise. All right.
Oh, so look at them wrapped in little blankets, just walking around, just doing their little strut. We
You're
love them.
going to pay
Okay.
for the whole block. You will only need the edge you push.
So I ignored those wings because I can only carry one at a time. So the fact that I already got them means that I don't need to worry about them anymore. At least for right now. I will be using these at the end of the second crypt, and what they do is they teleport you back to your last checkpoint, and I'll show you what the checkpoints look like once we get to them. But after I kill these guys, we're going to come up here on the first boss of the game. Now, one theme with so many of the bosses of the game is a whole bunch of RNG. This is this is Mecha Worm. Mecha Worm pops out of the ground wherever he darn well pleases, and it can even be right under your feet, which is not a lot of fun. Fortunately, because in this category we get the bronze armor, the damage that he does isn't, I mean, I'm full on health, so he's not going to be a threat. It's just really a question of how much time this is going to take. Really, see, like that. But that's why I just sit there and stab my sword. I got a 5 on that one. That is incredibly rare.
Hey, at least you
There we
can
go. Okay,
hit,
he's
you
done.
know, the body as well, not just the head and
Right.
tail.
Yes.
This
Now,
is-
the dirt that's on the ground here slows you down, so you see it took me a long time to get back. Now, we're also going to finish this crypt. What we get here is the Chalice of Agony. Now, what we have is a theme. Anytime you finish a crypt, little Jazzy J here decides to go whee into the sky.
Excuse me, that's
Oh,
canon?
I'm sorry, it's canon, yes. So, all right. So now I need to collect money, and I need to collect it really fast. I could use bombs, too, so I'm going to kill basically everything in sight in hopes that I get something, anything. Yo, okay,
There
there
you
we
go.
go.
Take money.
That will take that. All right. Come on, give me 100 bag. Just hook a brother up. Come on.
How about a
No.
10?
Yeah, how about 10 at a time? Okay.
I don't think we saw a single 100 bag in like practice earlier, so
Yeah.
they're all going to be here today.
Yeah.
Nice.
All I'm doing here is just kind of grinding for money. So Konban, the floor is yours.
Well, that's great because we got a lot of love coming in for this game. We've got $25 from Prof Ness, who says, "Wait, Zootopia 2? I didn't think that was releasing until next year." We also got a $5 donation from Drake Lake, who says, "Shout-outs to Odin's Beard and your other puppies and kitties."
Yes.
Good luck on the run, Vonnie, putting $5 to naming Giusette's son after the fool who was inspired by this game. And we've got $7 from Eris TGD, who says, "Here are my points for Puppy Cam." Wait, is that not how this works?
Yo, shout outs to my dogs.
And then we've got a $25 donation from Vonnie Wife, who says, "We love you. Good luck," from Gio, Leslie, Catalina, Odin, Elliot, Blackjack, and Duchess. Kick some booty.
Literally all of the animals and family too. That's so wholesome. What's not terribly wholesome is I don't have my $300 yet. Oh, come on. I just
you're
need to go.
getting there. You also don't have your bombs.
I know. I'm slightly worried, but we're just going to play it cool. All right. So this guy's like, "Oh, yo, you have the Chalice of Agony. Go ahead and use it so we can get to the town next. So we can get to the town over here." Now, you see there's lava in the way. But did you know that the tears of those that have been agonized can freeze lava?
I'm learning so much
I did
today.
know. Yeah, I did know that.
This is pure science.
Yeah.
Can confirm.
And you would know. You would know.
A little bit.
Dr. Quiz.
I actually do this on a daily basis. I cry in a cup and defeat volcanoes.
And that's just before lunch. All right, here's my last chance to get it before the town. Come on, please. Come on, please. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We're just gonna have to do a little extra grinding, but you know, it just means more Neutopia, and who can argue with that? All right, now, normally I would go in this house on the left to get my weapon, but I can't. But instead, I'm going to go into this house on the right, and we are talking to Purple Robe Friend. He's going to ask if I want the password. I'm going to say no. He's always going to heal me if I'm damaged. This is now my checkpoint. That's what Purple Robe Friend is really all about. So, we will be using that because once we finish the second crypt, the item that we get from there we use in that village. All right. Usually the scorp... Okay, I need to make an executive decision here fairly soon as to whether or not I'm going to... Oh, nice.
All right.
There you
Never
go.
mind,
Heck
decision
yeah.
made for me. Excellent. Back
Easy.
to the town we go.
Easy every time.
Easy every time.
Our lawyers
yes,
have
indeed.
spoken, and they have given us $60.
Yes, indeed. I know. Yeah, the prayers have been answered. All right, so in here we go.
What could possibly be worth $300?
Oh, what could possibly be worth $300 is the boomerang. This boomerang does an absolute truckload of damage. But, as I like to say, with great power comes great responsibility, because we all know how boomerangs work. You throw them, and they come back to you. Well, if you're not standing there when it's on its way back, it will sail right past you, and it will be gone out of your inventory until you replace it. Yes. So this makes for some very interesting strats when we use it, especially on bosses, to make sure that we don't cough up this boomerang. So,
Now,
all right.
This boomerang clearly
Mark.
inspired Link's. Oh, there we go. Hold on. My comment can wait.
yes. So what we have here is, for those of you who are fans of the first Neutopia, and frankly who isn't, we have a fan favorite here. It is the Fire Wand. Now, we're going to show it off in this next crypt and then use it very sparingly after that, because unfortunately, and it does the same scaling thing like it does in the first game with your health and whatnot, but the damage output of the Fire Wand absolutely pales in comparison to the boomerang. So as far as projectile weapons go, this is the one, and we're just going to go ahead and just demonstrate it right here. Just go ahead and clear these guys out, or not. Okay.
They said
Yeah,
no.
have to be careful there.
Can you just throw it off the left side without it coming back to you?
If you throw it and then leave the screen without catching it, it's gone. Yeah. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and switch off of it so I don't accidentally press 2. Yep, that's going to be a smart play. All right. Come on, please. Just give me bombs. Come on.
They're like, no,
I don't
please.
have money.
Be safe.
Is that what you wanted?
Yeah.
Now, money is not going to have very much of use. I don't buy anything for the rest of the run, but there is still somewhat of a use for it, and we'll get to that when the time is right. I'm killing
That
these
doesn't
rocks here.
count.
Yeah, it
No,
looks
no.
like it should, though.
No,
No,
we're
that
not.
doesn't
no,
count.
we're not. No, I am murdering rocks,
But they're
not pushing them.
being inconvenienced, though.
They
It's
are-
true. You are inconveniencing those
Yeah.
rocks.
Destroying
Look
them.
how happy they are.
In a big way, though.
If they were happy, they'd be giving me. They'd be giving
What
me
did
money.
you
I'm
do
actually
to them?
gonna-
They
You
got
deserve
up.
that.
They got up and moved on their own.
Yes. Okay.
We just burned a rock down, Vonnie.
We did just burn a rock down. Now, what this guy does
I'm
here.
gonna put that on the list.
Okay. Fair enough. You're the one in charge. Now, what we have here is he gave me. I'm actually going to take damage here intentionally. Sorry. He gave me extra bomb capacity, but unfortunately, he did not fill my bombs. So I am still in a way when it comes to my bomb count. This is actually.
They're a hot commodity, Bonnie.
Just really exploding off the shelves.
Nice.
Oh my goodness. All right, now we do have some enemies here that can give bombs. Please be nice to me. Ouch. All right. So he is going to explain here the trap blocks, or as we call them, dagger blocks. They're ones that are different color. Other times they will be the same color as normal blocks, bark, and you see if you get too close to them, those blades come out. Okay.
I'm gonna run out of fingers to hold up eventually. Whenever I mark this, y'all just gonna have to trust me.
You
Yep.
just moved to a binary
Mark.
system.
Oh, yeah.
5.
All right, so here's our first shield upgrade. Yes, keeping count.
I'm watching.
Now here's the thing. I'm kind of in a tractor beam here. Anytime you come into a room here where there's an old man chained up and they have something to say to you, you have to listen to them and you have to walk right up to them. Now, I would normally push this block to open the door on the right, which I'm not going to. But just for you, Mark.
Thank you.
Let's go.
And I was going to say, if you let the old man off the chain, maybe they wouldn't tractor beam you.
Yeah, I know.
That
But
guy's been chained there for 2
I don't have time
generations.
for that, Netara. I am begging you to drop a bomb, please. Oh my goodness.
Didn't set us up the bomb.
Oh no. No, it really did not. Oh wow. Okay.
But you got the key. You're fine.
I did.
I see that block
Mark.
there.
Oh,
Very well done.
that's going to be a block.
There's gonna be a fine after all this.
Yeah. Gonna have to talk ya.
This is defilement of public property.
These blocks were set
Mark.
up by the government of Neutopia.
Oh, hey, Aghanim made it.
Mark.
We're up to 9 already.
Yep.
We walked into this dungeon
Oh,
with what,
we're
2?
just getting warmed up.
Yeah, we're 15 minutes in.
We're just getting warmed up. Quiz, I hope you're getting your fill here.
I wonder how
Mark.
many other
10.
people think
Yeah.
are
yeah.
gonna be moved.
You
How
know,
many
we
does
want to hear
the
we want to
combat
hear
think?
this in donation comments, okay?
I really desperately need to know what the general audience
it's
feels
like
about
it's
this.
like guessing the jelly beans in the jar, and if you get close, you win a prize.
Well, we don't have too many donations yet, guessing the number of blocks, but now that you've seen how this is rolling, friends, get those donations coming in. I do want to mention we do have a $125 donation from Peace Egg,
Yeah.
who says, "It's so exciting to see Neutopia 2, the game that inspired Bomberman, being speedrun at RPG Limit Break. And with so many cool folks on commentary and hosting. That amazing Neutopia print in the prize pool is gorgeous too. I'm sure it would fit perfectly on anyone's wall, perhaps in a nice Hyrule or Triforce themed frame.
Mark.
Best of luck, Vonnie. Get those bombs and beat King Drool."
You got a new sword.
We have time for a few more, Vonnie?
Sure.
We got $25 from Lisa Rocks, who says,
Mark.
"Finally, the game that inspired by Neptunia." We also have a $5 donation from Red Silvis, who says, "Ironically enough, Neutopia 2 is one of the few games not inspired by Neutopia." Good luck, Vonnie, and shoutouts to Netara. Hanging out with everyone this week has been a blast.
Yo, thank you, Red Silvers.
And we've
Thank
got
you.
$10 from some Dina, who says, "This run is a big deal, and trust me, I know." All my love to the mayor, Vonnie Vaughn, and the couch, Netara, FlannelKat, and Quiz.
Thank you, Diener. All right, I have just used my last bomb. Now these guys can give me bombs. Please, please do it.
It's
my
not like
goodness.
you need bombs or anything.
Oh my god. I don't need...
Why don't you push some more blocks?
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I need to create more inconvenience. Please. Yes!
Clutch!
Oh, all right, so here's the boss here. It's two of them. They're the maggot moths. They can. I want them to land fairly far on the left side of the screen. That should be a one cycle. I wasn't close enough.
Those can't be
Oh,
bosses.
get away from me.
They're super-
Get away from me.
Look how cute they are.
Okay,
they can't
that's...
be the enemy.
No, I threw it too... Oh, I did get it.
Ooh.
Okay. I thought I threw it too low.
This is such
land.
a hot jam.
Land
It is. It's a bop.
Why are you hurting my friends?
Go away.
I didn't know this game had a low health beep.
Clearly, you've never watched me play it.
That was a lot closer than I wanted that to be. Yo, I got a
many
treat for
blocks.
y'all.
I was going to
Blocks.
say, that was the price for the bombs, Vonner.
And a 1. And a 2. Alrighty. So we have the manipula herb now. And of course, we also have... Whee! But you know what? That wasn't fun enough because we were going to land and we're just going to go...
I like
And
to point out, we had 2 blocks pushed before we went in there. We are up to 17.
Yes. This number is just going to explode as the game goes on.
That's a little under 1 a minute.
Yes. Yeah, we're on a good pace right now.
Is there enough room on this board?
You're right. Yeah. We might need a second one.
We'll have a
Just
second
saying.
board on the ready.
Yes, indeed. Alrighty. So here we go into the Uri's Shrine where the lady in the beginning was telling us to go. And the reason why we got the manipula herb is because the Princess Kia is here and she is sick. So the manipula herb is going to help her to recover. All right, so here she is in bed. She is in a bad way. She moans. We give her the herb. And here we go. Now, Princess Kia slowly begins to recover. And by slowly means to recover, I mean she hops right out of bed.
It's a miracle.
Yeah. Yes, indeed. Her healing was inspired by Neutopia, naturally.
Of course.
So here we get a lore dump here. What she tells us here is that she is a descendant of Murdoch as well, and that she wants us to consult the Empress Shrine in here in order to be told, or I'm sorry, the Goddess Shrine, about what, we need to seek her divine counsel. That's right. And we will seek her divine counsel by giving a tribute of... Hold on. Now I can control my character by giving her tribute to the Chalice of Agony. And what it does is it gleams, and it goes back and forth, and it goes back and forth, and it just reveals a staircase.
Nice.
But we go into it, because now we can progress.
We're going to
Yes.
hear about Murdoch a lot, and I have my theories, but more on that later.
Yes, indeed. Indeed. Oh, yeah, we'll get to the trees in just a second as well. There is some important stuff in this town here, but not yet. We're going to go ahead and just go on through here. Now, here's
Bye,
the thing. These trees really do not like the way that Cannon here smells. So you can see that they are going to be very offended by his odor and chase us down. Fortunately, they take so long to activate that we can walk by all of them in complete safety. So like all of these would wake up here. Let's wake up all 4 of them. Haha. Yeah, no.
Can't catch me.
Nope. See ya. Konban, I want to hear you talk. Make it so.
Hello.
Hi.
We've got lots of donations rolling in. We've got $100 from Koba, who says, "Good luck, Vani."
Thank you very much.
We've also got a $25 donation from Kronos, who says, "I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about this event. Watching full RPGs seems like a lot, but this has honestly been a lot of fun. Let's keep raising money for such a great cause."
Yes, indeed.
And we've got a $25 donation from Gramora, who says, "Excuse me, Mr. Mayor, question from the Gramora Tribune. When does Neutopia become Oldtopia?" And we've got another $100 donation from Extrem, who just says, "Less than 3.
Yes. Yo, Ekstrom, thank you very much for that donation. All right, so these rocks in here, they can drop bombs. There's one.
Yeah.
Can I see another pack? Because if I do, I'm at full capacity, and I can finally unclench.
That
You will
might
be
be
pushing
asking.
more than 3 blocks.
Yeah, you might be asking for a little much there.
Yes, yes, there it is. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, you got
two of them.
another.
this one. Yo, we don't even need to assault these
You
guys.
literally just threw those away.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, save those for later because we obviously use some in this crypt and we're going to need some on our way back.
Hi, froggy friends.
I'm uncapping
Yes.
my pen as we walk into
Yeah.
the crypt.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, be on the ready. So what you can't see in this room is there's a hole right there where they pop out, and they pop out continuously. Please don't. Okay, good. What they can do is they can just kind of keep boosting you and make life really difficult. This also introduces saw blades, which move back and forth when their movement pattern, excuse me, is always consistent when you enter the room. Saw blades cannot be damaged either. I'm so sorry. All right, we have our Wizrobe friends who are returning here. They behave a little differently, which is nice. And Mark, all right, now watch as I defy death by walking through these 2 saw blades without getting touched. Oh my goodness.
Amazing.
Amazing indeed. Yeah, can I get some
Unprecedented.
Get
applause
the
for that?
applause
Come
for that
on.
trick.
Come on, let's go.
Yeah, and these are the legally distinct Wizards.
Yes, indeed. Now, for those that remember the first Neutopia game, the Wizrobes in that game are complete jerks. These fire bats here, I'm going to go ahead and take a little time to kill them, even though I don't need to, because...
They looked at you funny. Oh, you came into my hitbox.
Oh,
That's
darn it. I was hoping to have them help me out. All right.
I'm getting ready.
Mark,
Blocks?
Now I'm supposed to push 1 to drop those, but instead I can just push, mark, and just walk right through it.
Nice.
Who cares?
You're like, I'm good.
I'm good. I am definitely good. And this guy's telling us about the silver shield, which we are going to collect because this is 100%. And it's right over here to the left. And we're going to bomb and go get it.
New friend, though, you stay.
Yes. Yeah, you stay here as a prisoner. Me, I'm just going to go save the world. Now, see up in the upper left-hand corner that diamond plate on the floor. These are going to trigger things like that block, that red block in the middle lowering. They can also trigger, they can also trigger traps, too, like spikes coming out of the floor, arrows coming out of the walls. It's rather impolite, but in this case, it's helping us out here. I really just have some walking through this crypt to do. Nothing terribly eventful going on yet. So Konban, if you would like to give us some more messages, you may.
Absolutely. We've got a $5 donation from Anonymous who says, never seen this game before, but this couch is amazing. Shout out to our behind-the-scenes peeps that are making this all happen. Can I get a ooh yeah?
Ooh, yeah.
We've got a $25 donation from Penguinator who says,
What's up, bird?
shout outs to the van, couch, and all my wonderful friends in the room. Wish I was there in person with you all.
We wish you were here too.
You're very
Penguinator.
missed.
And
Yes.
we've
Ooh.
got a $35 donation from Lil Melly Mooncat who
Melly.
says, I know I can speak confidently for all viewers about how exciting it is to bear witness to not only the sequel that inspired the original, but also the primogenitor of all video gaming. This game not only retroactively inspired all games prior, but gave William Shockley at Bell Labs the drive to create the first transistors, just so it eventually could be played by mortals. Hopefully this showcase will inspire even more donations as we behold the wonder, the splendor, and the majesty of the finest digital product to take this marathon stage. Best of luck on the run, Vonnie.
Yeah, it's historically proven.
Melly, that was fantastic. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate you. Oh my goodness. All right, so we are actually coming up pretty close on the boss here, which is going to be our first really fine example of just how absolutely atrocious the boss RNG can be in this game. What we got from the Mecha Worm and the Moths wasn't too bad. Mark, but this can be truly horrendous. So we'll see how the video game feels like treating me. It kind of gave me a trolley start. I didn't have enough cash to get the boomerang at first. I literally ran out of bombs at one point. So let's see if it decides to kind of make nice afterwards.
You didn't need those bombs anyways.
Oh my goodness, you have no clue how wrong you are.
You can't just call your couch wrong.
Yeah, I've never been wrong, Vonnie. How
Okay.
dare you?
So here's the Weird Toad. So here's what's going on. Let's see what the Weird Toad decides to do. Okay, decides to do the tongue lash.
What a nice
Now
friend.
it decides to do the tongue spores, and now it will do the tongue lash or the tongue spores again. Awesome. I cannot do any damage to this boss while it's doing this. I'm looking for something called the Golden Brain, and you will see, there it is. Okay, now I can do damage to it. But which of the 3 attacks it does, totally random. Okay, good. That actually wasn't terribly rude. I've had it before where it's gone through over 20 attack cycles before I got my first golden brain, which is really not cool. Okay, I want to shout out a very particular member of our community who has been involved with Limit Break and who is a Neutopia super fan, and that is the one, the only Scala Kitty. And the reason why I am doing so is I am picking up her favorite item here. Everyone say hello to the Rainbow Giraffe!
Go!
A common item along all 3 Neutopia games.
Yes, oh, yes. Oh, yes. Alrighty. I am just kind of doing some backtracking here. So, my friend Konban, if you have things that you would like to talk to people about, this would be a great time.
We have an important message from Anonymous who says, I lost my cousin to his struggle. What is happening this week is so important. Support and love for mental health. Seek the help you need and know we are here to support you. And on that note, I want to remind you all, the NAMI Helpline is a free, US-based, nationwide peer support service providing information, resource referrals, and support to people living with mental health conditions, their family members, caregivers, and mental health providers. The NAMI Helpline is available Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern Time via phone call, text, and live web chat. To reach the NAMI Helpline, please call 1-800-950-6264 or visit nami.org/help to access all NAMI Helpline resources and contact information. Anonymous, thank you so much for sharing your story and for reminding us what this week is all about.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for those messages there, Konban. All right. So what we are picking up here is another fan favorite from the first Neutopia game. And this is, it's not a required item in this one like it was in the first. But for a speedrun and also for the 100% category, we are going to get this. These are the Falcon shoes. And what they are going to do is they are going to very, very noticeably increase my movement speed. Now, this is when the one really gets spicy because when it comes to the maneuvers that I make here, they are going to be made a lot easier now that I can just, I mean, I think it's more than double my speed, seriously. It's so much faster.
Cannon has the zoomies.
Yes, indeed. Cannon does indeed have the zoomies. So I'm also going to be picking up another item here shortly. And what I'm going to be doing here is, oh, actually, I'm going to be equipping the fire wand because I will need it. I know, yes, the trees.
They're so good.
The trees are angry. We're going to burn this down, and then we're going to come in here, and we're going to pick up what's called the Wind Staff. Now, the Wind Staff is not terribly useful. It doesn't do a whole lot of damage, and it's really not necessary. I mean, the only reason I'm picking up is because we're doing 100%. But there's only one place, maybe two, where I might use it if I don't have the boomerang. Another little damage boost trick here, where we're going to just turn around there and go this way. All right. Speaking of returning favorites from the first game, we're going to go ahead and just shove this clock out of the way and
Get out of here.
and just come on in here, and we're going to pick up what's called the Moonbeam Moss. This is going to light up dark rooms in dungeons, and we will use it exactly 0 times. So,
But there's so many dark rooms.
that's all right.
We'll use it once?
I have this under control, Netara.
I'm not sure you do.
I am sure that I am.
Hey, if you want to donate and be like, hey, Vonnie, want to light up a room?
Purple robe friend.
I've started another tally for clocks inconvenience.
I have a feeling that's going to be a slightly lower count.
Yeah. Alrighty. All right, so how many bombs do I have? Oh, I've got 11. That's beautiful. All right.
Evidence.
For those that need to know, we are up to 22 blocks.
Yeah, and we are
one
only
clock.
through 3 of the dungeons. Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
I've heard that this game...
I love the ataxia from these Yetis. Did you know that Blanca was inspired by Neutopia?
Checks out.
I've also heard that the clocks in FF6 were inspired by Neutopia.
Indeed, yes.
You definitely you inconvenience those.
Burning this tree down did not count as a block.
No, it did not. All right. But we have everybody's favorite game mechanic here, which is ice physics. And you see me just slipping and sliding. All right. But we're just going to go ahead and come on in here. Let's see what we've got here. We have this gentleman who is the brother of the man who made the Falcon shoes. And he's like, yeah, my brother's weak. Check these out. What you have here are now the snow boots, which completely nullify ice physics. So we had to deal with it for what, like 3 screens, and we're good.
10 seconds max.
Now,
Game mechanic down.
Now, fun fact, if we were doing the any percent category, I would actually skip getting the Falcon shoes because the snow boots, in addition to giving you traction on ice, also give you Falcon shoes speed. So it's a nice little time save to have to not have to get those other boots, or the other shoes, that is.
Why are there
Yes.
so many old men in this game? I feel like that's the only humans we've seen. Old
Well, there
folks.
No, we saw the
There are
princess.
talents.
We did see the princess, yes.
But there's so many more old men.
I was going to be like, this old
Yes.
men and royalty.
Well, now
That's it.
remember that this is a generation after the events of the original Neutopia, so those that were middle-aged men are now old men.
It's now straight up dystopia.
Neutopia 3, which we have our theories, also has the old men chained up in walls, and they may or may not be the same ones. We'll find out.
Do you want, this is actually a good time. Do you want to go into that theory, Kat?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So
Yeah.
for the longest time, this game ends with Neutopia 3 coming in 1990X. And I was going through video games, as one does, and came across a video game that has... Oh, wait, hold on. This is important.
Mark
Important
again,
business. This is 2 blocks.
the doubler. Oh, yes.
I came across a video game that has enemies out of Neutopia 1 and 2, has blocks you push, and other things. It also has men chained up in dungeons, has the Rainbow Bridge, and that game is Bomberman Tournament on the Game Boy Advance.
So we found Neutopia 3, everyone.
So here's my theory. Murdoch, that we're going to hear a lot about in this game, is Bomberman.
Yes.
And this is a Dragon Warrior 3 situation.
Oh my God, was Dragon Warrior also inspired?
Clearly taking the plot mechanic from...
Yeah.
Yeah, straight up.
Actually, hold that thought. That is actually something will be coming up a little bit later on in the run. So you have no idea how on the nose you are with that, Netara.
I'm ready.
Konban, this would be a good opportunity to slide in here real quick.
I have to say, I'm enjoying seeing the birth of the Neutopia Bomberman extended universe. I can't wait to hear what other games we might see coming into that. And in
nice. I'll
fact,
get those.
if you would like to donate some ideas of what games you think might be in the Neutopia extended universe, get those donations in. But in the meantime, we've got a $50 donation from Netara who says, sending some love to Jazzy J. Also, love me some blue breakfast. We've also got a $25 donation from Puexel who says, enjoying this run of the game that clearly inspired the Zootopia media franchise, among many, many others. Good luck, Bonnie.
Thank you, Puexel. I appreciate that. So we made reference before to Jazzy J. Now, like we said, this is the son of Jazeta here. Now, if I were to leave the name blank in the beginning, it would default to Hudson, and the reason why it does that is because this game was made by Hudson Soft, so just kind of a default thing, but that doesn't really feel like his name. So we have nothing else to call him but Jazeta Jr. Now, my chat has decided to very lovingly refer to him as Jazzy J for short. So that's where that whole thing comes from. Oh, God, I almost
Also,
had it if I didn't
Bonnie,
touch him.
Bonnie, what was in that chest? You left it behind.
It's a trap.
You sure?
Yes.
You might have to open it to make sure.
No.
Oh.
Can we get our run verifiers on it?
Ooh, sweet bombs. More bombs? Show me bombs? No,
I bet you
okay.
gotta push a block
All
to
right.
get to that trap chest.
Now, here is going to be one of the few examples of bosses that we can manipulate. This is Roboid. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stand over here to his left, and I'm going to bait out 4 of these punches. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I'm going to stand here, wait for his head to start to go down, throw the boomerang, and it's going to do a whole bunch of damage to him on the way back.
That's
that
a block
was
pushing.
excellent damage there.
I
Now I'm
didn't
gonna-
block pushing.
now I'm going to bait out 5 punches. That's 2, 3, 4, 5. Stand about here. Throw this. Is this a 2 cycle? You bet it is.
Nice work. And was that block pushing or block hitting?
That was block pushing.
That block was
Okay.
sliding. Anyway.
Inconveniencing.
So, here we go.
We have
Oh, you're right. You're
inconvenienced
right.
the block.
True. You're right.
So this guy stole this Aqualung here because he was promised $1 million for it. Turned out to be a scam, so he's like, you can just go ahead and take it. And we can also take a trip through the sky. Whee! And here we go. We can take another trip through the sky. Whee! Shout out to my good friend High Spirits. I love you, buddy. Hope you're out there watching and doing well. Alrighty. So now we go back to Purple Robe Friend, and now that we have the Aqualung, we can now go underwater, which is our next destination. Now, the theme here underwater is actually really, really cool. Unfortunately, this is the only section of the game where we are underwater, so we're not even going to get to hear a full cycle of it. But it's still really cool music. Oh, speaking of music, that's actually going to be something that is relevant in the next crypt that we go to. If you noticed, in the first 4 crypts that we were in, the music was all the same. Now, the music in this next crypt is going to be different. But it's not just the fact that it's different, it's the actual music that it is. And we're going to hear it here in just a second. For those that are familiar with the first Neutopia, this is the dungeon music from the first Neutopia. Now, why is that? Stay tuned. Mark?
But I want to know now.
Okay, these crossbow knights are jerks. They only make up for it by the fact that they drop bombs, but they always like to shoot like at the time when I'm stabbing them. So blocking their arrows is kind of a tough proposition. This crypt is really going to be the first example of kind of the fluidity of combat. If you listen to what I had said in the interview, the way that you can kind of just move around and like do like that, where I can just basically dance all around him and assault him effectively. It's one of the things that I really, really do love about this game. The way that just the feel of the combat is really, really cool.
And of course, we get the money bag now.
Yeah, exactly. Having this much money here is way more than we're going to need for the rest of the game, so it's all good. So we stand on these little teleport pads on the floor, and we go to a different place. Did you know that Doom was inspired by Neutopia?
I do now.
Now you're thinking with portals.
Yes, indeed. All I'm going to be doing here for a little bit is just collecting my next armor upgrade. Not terribly exciting. So, Kanban, talk to me.
We've got a $25 donation from Xcodes who says, why couldn't Neutopia inspire other games to have snow boots? Boo! Ice Palace!
Agreed. 100%.
We've also got a $10 donation from Shuffy who says, clearly, Hydelide was inspired by Neutopia. And probably the hit SNES RPG Lagoon, but don't quote me on that. And we've got a $10 donation from Eris TGD who says, Vani, your streams have always been a wonderful speedrunning refuge. Your generosity with your knowledge and ability to explain speedruns both glitchless and glitched more than 64 times means that every time I see you, I come away with more knowledge and more determination to complete my own runs. May all of your slugs be homies, and may you be safe from blue blobs and cute flying squirrels in turn. Donation goes to the runner's choice.
Thank you very, very much, Eris. I love you. You are fantastic. So... oh yeah, runner's choice. I got to think about that. Anyway, so just kind of getting through here.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Well, speaking of choices for the runner, do I have some time to go over some of our upcoming incentives?
I've got a boss fight coming up here with some lore, so let's hold off on that for now.
Sounds good.
And we've
Yes,
got the
thank
HD remaster enemies there,
Yes, the HD remaster of the Creamsicle Ghosts from the first game.
except new and improved.
Oh, thank you for just piling up in the corner. That was lovely. All right, now you might recognize this boss. It's the Kraken from the very beginning of the game.
Oh, hi.
Now, this is kind of scary because this is where I have to throw the boomerang diagonally. If I get hit here, this is a wonderful opportunity to have it go sailing right by me, but that didn't happen. Phew. Okay, good. Let me catch it. Yeah. All right, now. Here we go. Daddy Dearest. He was consumed by the Kraken. Now, we're gonna step up here, and he's not going to recognize us at first, but then once he realizes that this is his son, he's going to tell us, listen, I thought I had killed Dearth. Apparently I didn't. My bad. So you're going to have to pick up where I left off here. And in order to do so, I'm going to give you this legendary sword.
Shiny.
Yes. He's going to explain to us a little more about what needs to be done, but, you know, all of this explaining is kind of tiring. So our boy, Jazeta, he is going to go ahead and just take a nap.
Same.
And we're just going to respond by going whee! Into the sky. Back to Yuri's shrine now. Instead of going right where Tia was, we are going to go here to the left.
Ooh.
And we are up to 28 blocks.
28 blocks.
Here. So
28.
people know the counted home and one
there is
clock.
One clock.
plenty more. There's plenty more to come. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take this newly acquired legendary sword, and we are going to stab it into the stone, and things are going to happen. Did you know that Arthurian legend was inspired by Neutopia?
Does that count as a block?
Yeah,
that's
I'm going
inconvenience?
over it. I think that block was
Yeah,
inconvenient.
it looked like it
that
was.
is a-
Absolutely.
You stabbed it.
We're giving it a mark on a technicality.
Well, I
You've been-
consider getting stabbed an inconvenience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I can't really argue with that.
If we kept blocks pushed and not inconvenience, then I would have a
Yes.
different tune. But this is inconveniencing today.
Yes.
True.
Oh, I see a clock.
I do see a clock.
But are we going to inconvenience it? Can we?
No.
Yeah. No, you
Clock?
pushed at it. It counts.
Convenienced.
Alrighty, so we are on our way now to Crypt 6, which is by far the longest and most complex crypt in the game. Also, to get through this crypt, I will need 17 bombs. I can currently hold a maximum of 16. So, this tells you that we are going to need some bomb drops in here. Fortunately, opportunities are plentiful, so it's typically not a worry, but we still do need some drop help here.
I'm sure this run has shown us we'll have no problems getting those bombs.
We also need to budget our health because, like I said, this crypt, it's probably going to take me roughly, like this split normally for me is about 10 minutes, and pretty much all of it is the crypt. So, yeah, we're going to be in here for a while. There's going to be plenty of time to talk about stuff. So, Konban, if you have some messages for those listening, go right ahead.
Absolutely. I did just want to highlight that we do have, for the East 2 Chronicles Plus run coming up, 2 incentives still open. That is choose the artwork, either Chronicles 2009 or Complete 2001. And then we also have the soundtrack choice. Currently for that, the PC 8801 soundtrack is winning at $20. But if you would like to hear the Chronicles 2009 soundtrack or the Complete 2001 soundtrack, get those donations in. And speaking of donations, we have a $5 donation from Red Silvers, who says, as we all know, Wario was in Wario Blast featuring Bomberman, so he's clearly part of the Neutopia expanded universe, and that brings in Mario and WarioWare. Where's my micro game Jazetta compilation?
Oh my gosh, yes!
My guess for the marks is 179. Whee!
Look at the friends.
I know this is a great opportunity, and it's something that I mentioned in the interview as well. But the enemy sprites in this game are adorable.
They're really
Yes.
adorable.
Yeah, which makes it even more fun to just murder them
No.
with no hesitation.
Rude.
Hey, Kat, Mark.
I'm ready. So some lore bookkeeping here. This dungeon was brought back in Neutopia 3, Bomberman Tournament. And Murdoch used a lot more bombs than Jazz Jr. here, or Cannon
Yes.
will use.
Yes, indeed.
It might be
Of
why they
course.
call him Bomberman.
Exactly. He also had a limitless supply. That helps. I would love to have that.
As long as they were 5 at a time.
Yes. Now, how do we feel about me doing the tile and pushing like this block here into the ground? Is that an inconvenience?
Not an inconvenience, that's its job.
Okay, got it. All right, very good. That's its job.
Not a problem.
All right. Now, back in the 4th dungeon, I picked up a weapon called the flail. The flail is very weak and isn't typically useful, with one major exception that I'm going to demonstrate in this next room here. We are going to be introduced to Cloudy Boys. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to swing out the flail, and then I'm basically going to do right like this, just a 360 on the D-pad. Did you know that Zangief was also inspired by Neutopia?
And we had the bridge from Chrono Trigger earlier.
Oh yeah. Oh, we need to talk about the bridge too, because that's actually kind of funny. Hey, Kat,
I'm ready.
Mark.
You will be taxed on every one of these blocks.
Oops. Oh, jeez. Yes, Chris told me she was donating $1 for every block.
News to me, but okay. Okay, all
Chris
right.
is like, yeah, I definitely said that.
When?
Oh, now
I'll match it.
What I picked up there with the boomerang was a magic ring. Now, here we go. Don't mind the fact that there are clouds moving in both directions and into the tower itself. That's not important.
That's normal cloud behavior.
Normal cloud behavior, yes. I'll take those.
Yeah.
What was I saying? I don't know.
Something about the
Calm down.
bridge.
Why don't you say something instead?
We've got a couple ideas coming in for that Neutopia extended universe. We got a $5 donation from AG Deeds, who says, I think I saw a movie in the EU called Pokemon Neutopia.
Mark.
We've also got a $50 donation from Glacier, who says, this game had to inspire Team Rocket's We Are Blasting Off Again.
Oh, very good. Yes, of course.
Nice.
And we've got a $50 donation from Wells, who says, Vanny, can you show us how the boomerang disappears
Mark.
if you let it get past you? Thanks in advance.
Absolutely not. You can just keep that in your pocket, Wells.
But charity.
Mark.
You know they put knives in the rocks because you keep inconveniencing them.
It's true. They have to have some sort of defense.
Oh, we'll talk about Block's revenge a little later. Come on, man. If you got more, go ahead.
Blah, blah, blah. Some marketing speech here about how great we are. Honestly, who cares? Yes, we publish games, and you should only care for the games. Enjoy our games, wishlist them, and support cool indies. Take a look at Drover, Spindle, Elements Destiny, Chained Echoes, and Crosscode.
Yo, shout out to my friends Moonblaze Wolf and Ferric Fox, who did an absolutely wonderful job of showcasing Chained Echoes earlier in the marathon.
And thanks so
last
much
year.
to Deck 13, who is sponsoring RPG Limit Break this year.
Indeed, they are.
We got some more donations if you have some time.
Yes, I do.
We got a $50 donation from Izala, who says, having fun watching this late night run of Neutopia, the game that inspired Jenga. Mark!
That's
We
a lot
also-
of blocks.
Mark.
We have a $25 donation from Lisa Rocks, who says, wait, the floor was lava. And then we have a $25 donation from
Mark again?
Cody Summers, who simply says, much love.
Oh, much love to you as well.
You always love the twofers.
No, the two. Oh, yeah. Oh, there's going to be one room that is absolutely going to be a complete crowd pleaser.
Yeah, stay tuned, everyone.
Oh, yes. Oh,
the
yes.
block mine.
Where are we at, by the way?
We are, I can count.
Also, you didn't tell me there'd be math here.
We are 38 blocks inconvenienced.
Oh, my goodness.
Gosh.
This is the quality programming we give you at RPG Limit Break.
Yep.
Vani said, come be on my couch and say things about this video game. And the thing I remember most about this game is block pushing.
Mark.
I wasn't even told that.
Neutopia, famously the game that inspired complaining.
Yeah.
That's why I'm here.
Right.
It inspires me every day.
Oh, my goodness.
It's good to have something to wake up and remember your mantra.
Yes,
Right?
exactly.
Excuse me.
All right, this next room here really, really stinks because it's got these conveyor belts that push you toward these dagger blocks, and then you've got these weapons that have, or these enemies that have projectile weapons. I like them to go in the corner, and I don't have to deal with any of the riffraff going on in the middle. That's perfect. All
Nobody
right.
puts the knights in the corner.
Now, just to throw you a curveball here is someone who is neither old nor a man who is chained up in a dungeon, but they are also a descendant of Murdoch, and they know that Dirth chained her up in here because they knew she was too powerful. So she has this flute, which looks kind of familiar.
Never seen it before in my life.
Yeah, it's Bomberman's flute.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. So we will be using that flute, and that actually has kind of some personal significance to me, and I'll explain that once it happens. But yeah. We're gonna, instead of having to teleport through all this stuff, you can walk right between those two teleport pads and trigger neither of them. So that is a nice little time saver there, as opposed to having to get teleported to the top of the screen, then back down. We don't have time for that. So we are on the final floor of this crypt, finally. We are going to go ahead and pile all these guys in the corner. Hopefully get some bombs here. Please, please, please. Okay, good. I did get one pack. That helps. Yeah, I mean, it's just, the bombs here are absurd. Like, I'm about to use another one right here. It's just, they're everywhere. So, another little hole in the ground there. Clouds moving in opposite directions. Neutopia is wild. Yeah. All right. Now, did I get... Oh, I did. Okay. I do have wings, which is not terribly common to have at this point. So I'm happy about that. Health is actually looking pretty Good. Okay, good. You have to be really quick to get by that there. Mark. All right. What I'm picking up here is, just for a little safety, we're picking up another medicine. If everything goes to plan, I will only be using this medicine when I fight the final boss. Mark. We are almost out of here, folks.
Can walk on ice, but not immune to fire.
Right. No matter how many armor upgrades I get. Armor shield, Mark.
That's just sad.
Might as well pick this up.
I mean, since we're here.
Yeah.
It's block
Now-
42.
After this crypt, my need for bombs decreases drastically. All right, so this is Medusa. What we're just going to do is we're just going to get here to the left and just throw a boomerang into her ear over and over again. There we go. Very nice. As long as you have a bunch of health, you basically just tank damage from that boss. It's not much of a threat. So we have another returning favorite from the first Neutopia. This is the Bell of Heaven. It works pretty similar to the one in the first game, but it's not quite as OP. But we're going to use it here, and we are going to go... And then we are going to pick up the Sun Flame. And this is going to inspire Cannon here to go...
What I love is that Vani's lifting up his foot.
Yes,
Doing this, which no one can see but us.
That's what you get?
I'm into it. I am into this. All right, now, we're going to be using that flute here coming up in just a second. Now, for those of you that are regulars on my channel, you know that the sound that will play here from the flute is the sound that plays when I have friends that raid me from their stream. So shout outs to all the friends that raid me and are a part of my community. And shout out to the Ice Golem for raiding RPG Limit Break right here. And what he is going to do is he's going to give me the yellow medallion. I need to collect 4 of these medallions, but first we have to go we have to collect 4 of these medallions in order to open the way to confront Dearth once and for all. But now that we are back here in this village, we can take that Sun Flame and we can take this powerful sword and we can take it to this blacksmith and he can give us a better sword.
Donk, 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 donk.
Where have we seen this before?
There's no other games with blacksmiths. They're completely unique.
Is someone baking?
Ooh, I love bread.
All right, what I'm doing here is I'm picking up an item. I do need to give a shout out to one of my community members, Hyperstrike, who insists that the item that I'm going to pick up is anything but complete trash. But Hyperstrike, I love you, but you're wrong. This is the lightning staff.
Whoa.
We will use this exactly no times because it's awful. It's truly awful. But I'm only picking up because it's 100%.
Could be a skill issue. Ooh.
It's more of a damage output issue, but yeah, it's bad. All right, now, what I'm going to be doing here is I need to pick up another item. Now, I would love to teleport back to where I was before, but none of the enemies on my way to where I'm going drop wings. So we're going to use an alternative method. This damage boosting that I'm doing here is very helpful for getting to my next destination faster, but it's also going to double as making it faster for me to do a death warp.
Also, Marvin the Martian.
Yes.
Inspired by Neutopia.
Yes, indeed. Those armor, yeah, the guys in the armor, absolutely. This is our 3rd and final bomb upgrade. I can carry 20 bombs now, so that's cool. All right, I'm just going to spend a little bit here getting softened up on these enemies. So, Konban, if you'd like to share some messages, please do so.
We've got a $75 donation from My Hero Zero, who says, "It is nice to see the game that inspired New Tapioca."
Delicious.
We've also got a $10 donation from Prof. Ness who says, "You say we, I say fuzzy pickles."
Fuzzy pickles.
And just a reminder on those donations, we're here at RPG Limit Break 2024 proudly supporting the National Alliance on Mental Illness. If you would like to get involved in the fight against the negative stigmas around mental illness, please reach out to NAMI via their state-level organizations. On Facebook, where they can be found as NAMI, or on Instagram and Twitter as @NAMICommunicate. Remember, it's not a weakness to need help. Please reach out if you feel like you need it.
Thank you, Konban. So, I did take a very intentional death there. Now, the only penalty for that, I mean, you just go back to your checkpoint, but you also lose half of your gold. Did you know that Dragon Warrior was inspired by Neutopia? All right. So what's coming up next here in just a few screens is that magic hand that I was given opens the way to the volcano, because of course it does. And in there we were going to fight a boss called the Salamander. Now, the Salamander is pretty trivial, so we'll just go ahead and trash him real quick, and then we'll talk about what's coming up next, because what's coming up next already has me nervous. All right, so here we go. Magic hand opens the stairway. Into the volcano we go. Now, this isn't an actual, like, crypt. It's basically just, I do this room, and then I fight the boss, and I'm basically done. But we have these stupid demon spear throwing, there we go, thank you. When they sail across the top of the screen like that, they're almost impossible to hit. All right, so what we're going to do here is he's just going to go growl, and then we're going to stand here and wait, throw this up, do some damage, throw it again. We're going to tank hits once, twice, and then turn around and just finish the job. And that's it. All right, now, I'm going to start explaining the second boss now, because when we get there, I am going to ask for serious time. What we're going to be fighting next is Zorbon. Zorbon is by far the biggest jerk in this game. The RNG he can give you is just... It'll make your kids cry. So here's what happens. So Zorbon is a big blob of water, and it has two phases. It either jumps or it slides. While it's jumping, I cannot do anything to it. While it slides, I can. If at any point when it is either shares an X or Y axis with me, it will stop sliding and start jumping. Now, when it goes back to sliding is anyone's guess. So what's going to happen is it's going to be a big Zorbon. I'm going to hit it with the boomerang to split it into two medium Zorbons. I'm going to hit those two medium Zorbons to split them into two more medium Zorbons, and then split those medium Zorbons into little, into just the little water. That little water globules, like what we were fighting in Crypt 5. Those I just kill with the sword. Those are fine. But everything... Now, what I'm going to do is when I enter this room, I'm going to enter it on the left tile and immediately start walking up to the left. And here comes the fight. Please don't troll me. Oh, yeah, there we go. I just kill everything else with the sword.
That was really good.
As someone who's done this,
we're done.
Before,
Heck you, Zorbon.
That was beautiful.
Oh, my God. That
beautiful.
was absolutely magnificent. Oh, my goodness.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, that's the boss I lovingly call Blue Breakfast, because it looks like, you know,
yes.
you put the bacon
in
mounds.
Its mouth.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
My first time through this game, I fought that boss. I thought this game was broken.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness. Okay, Zorbon was an absolute Zorbro there, and that is very cool. So, I can't believe I'm saying this, but shout-outs to Zorbon?
No, don't do that.
Okay,
nope,
we won't
Zorbon's going to remember that.
No, yeah.
Neutopia, the game that famously inspired huge mistakes.
Yes, indeed. Yeah. Next time I play, it's like, yo, dog, I hear you like to waste 2 minutes.
We haven't pushed some blocks in a while. Get Nancy over here.
I'm
okay.
upset.
Don't worry, we're going to get into the next crypt. Combat, we got a little bit before we get there, so if you want to jump in, please do so.
Well, RPG Limit Break is excited to announce that we have launched our own merchandise store.
Yes, they have.
From hoodies to coffee mugs to even fanny packs, you're sure to find your new favorite RPG Limit Break branded gear. And the best part is, all proceeds from our merchandise sales go directly toward funding RPG Limit Break, so we can continue to bring you these awesome live events every year. To visit our online store, please visit www.store.rpglimitbreak.com.
Yeah, the merch there is truly awesome. If you saw the pre-show, you saw me rocking that hoodie, which is of really nice quality. I definitely dig it. All right, so now into Crypt 7. At this point, now that we have this, I didn't mention this before, but now that we have the Sun Sword, this is finally the weapon that we get that outclasses the damage of the boomerang. The reason why I used the boomerang on Zorban was because I wanted to assault him from a distance, and that just makes it a lot easier.
I like the use of the word assault.
Yes, indeed.
Zorban knows what he did.
I know. It just kind of has that, just that very kind of just gritty connotation to it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Remember when we shouted Zorban out like 2 minutes ago? We're just back
We
to...
love that guy.
Yes. Yeah, if you could just come up here and get in the path of my boomerang, that'd be great.
Didn't I see you using the wind staff here?
I only use it if I don't have the boomerang, because obviously I can't get down there to stab them with my sword. They're not close enough. Unless I come all the way up to the top, which is pretty rare. So we use the boomerang instead. Alrighty, here we go. I'm picking up now the gold armor. Now, the gold armor, the gold shield, and the sun sword are actually required items to beat the game. When we get to the final floor of the final crypt, there's a door that opens the way to the rest of that floor, and it will be closed if you don't have all three of them. Now, what we're going to do here is we're going to start to demonstrate what the Bell of Heaven does. Now, normally there's a block here I would push, but I'm going to ring the bell instead to throw the doors open. So we do give the block somewhat of a reprieve by way of the bell. Like, look at this guy. I can't do anything to him. Oh, there we go. Okay. All right. We should maybe mark here blocks. I don't know.
These blocks are very convenient.
Blocks considered?
They're just relaxing.
Yes, indeed. Yes. Blocks unbothered. There we go.
The Bell of Heaven lets us care about the block's feelings.
Yes, indeed.
That's so nice.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
That's sometimes so nice.
Yeah.
And those of you that want Vonnie to use magic wands or magic staffs more, don't worry. Someone will use them this
Yes,
time.
indeed. Yes, they will get put to use, but we'll show you how when it happens.
Someone will appreciate the poor underutilized wands.
Vonnie, do I have a quick moment to talk about our 2 upcoming incentives?
Probably not, because I've got a boss fight coming up here very soon. But after that, you will have plenty of time.
Perfect.
Yes, and I do want you to talk about those incentives. Here's another block. What did we say? Block. What was it? Block.
It's convenience.
Block convenienced. Okay, that was number 3. We got a lot of catching up to do. We will not catch up. Just spoilers. All
We
right.
have 42 blocks in convenience.
Yes.
Good
All right.
number.
So this here is Sore Floyd. What will happen is it will eventually open up, and we will throw the boomerang kind of above its hitbox, or above that little pistol that comes out. That's really where its hitbox is. And how it moves is completely random, but when it opens up is pretty well timed. Can I 2-cycle this? Yes!
Oh,
Nice!
nice.
Heck yeah. That's pretty rare. Yeah, that is pretty rare. All right, so here's Princess Kia again, and she has been kidnapped, but fortunately she has the 4th and final medallion that we need in order to go and confront Dirt. So she's going to give it to us. But you know, here's the thing. She's seen us go hurtling through the sky, and she figured, you know what? Let's give it a try. So we've got double whee!
Double wheat gum is my favorite gum.
Yes. All righty. Kanban, now go ahead, close out your incentives. Let's hear it.
That's right. We do have those 2 incentives that will be closing right as we start the East 2 Chronicles Plus run. That's to choose the artwork and to choose the soundtrack. Your choice for the artwork is between the Chronicles 2009 or the Complete 2001. And then for the soundtrack, you have 3 choices: PC 8801, Chronicles 2009, or Complete 2001. So, get your donations in for those to help choose what the game will look and sound like.
Real quick, that is the final thing we needed to collect to satisfy the 100% category. Kanban, back to what you were talking about with artwork. Why don't you tell the folks about the Neutopia artwork prize that they can win?
That's right, we do have a gorgeous Neutopia print provided by Amber Harris Art, which you can get for a minimum of a $5 donation. Your chance to win, and it is absolutely beautiful, showing off our main character and, I believe, a princess?
Yes,
We've
and
got
Earth in the background.
And we do have a couple of other prizes that will be closing at the end of this run. The Trails of Cold Steel 3 Thor's Academy Collector's Edition for a minimum donation of $25. The graded Full Art Lena and Ferris cards for a minimum donation of $30. And the Bots and Lena Perlers for a minimum of $5. So get those donations in before this run ends.
Indeed. That artwork that I wanted to have Kanban talk about, that was provided by the wife of one of the members of my community. I know I mentioned it in my interview. It's truly stunning. The artwork in it is just fantastic. So $5, folks. But you have until the end of this run. So if you want to get a $5 donation in, we'd love to should we get a train going? Can we do that? That'd be cool.
It's really good.
Now, here are the spirits of all the blocks that we have inconvenienced, and they're back for their revenge, and instead we just murder them.
Yeah.
Now,
I think that's an inconvenience.
This room, speaking of inconvenience, you've got these worm enemies here that I can't stab with my sword unless they get close to me. So what we do here is we use a little actually, they're kind of being nice. You gonna be nice? I am going to stop you right there. No, I'm not. Actually, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to demonstrate this trick. So what happens is when you hit them with the fire, they will boost in the direction you're facing when they get hit. Mark again. Okay, everybody, hold on to your butts for this one. This room. Oh, this room.
We're starting a second line.
Yes.
Yeah. Ooh.
Okay, get over here. Okay. Mark. Again. Yet again.
The triple.
The tripler.
You love to see it.
Yo, shout outs to the tripler.
Unless you're a block.
Yeah.
Then you might not love to see it.
Yeah, then it's okay, good, I got it. Oh, I'll actually take that. Very good. Not a whole lot going on quite yet here, so Kanban, if you want to jump in, it's a good time.
We have a $50 donation from Bahamut X who says, Fruitopia is obviously a Neutopia-inspired drink.
Yes, indeed. Thank you, Baha.
And since we were talking about art, I also wanted to highlight that RPG Limit Break is incredibly grateful to LLK, a longtime contributor to GDQ Marathons and the designer of our promo banners, attendee badges, and emotes. Check out her work at jazzaboo.com. That's spelled JAZAABOO.com.
Oh, what am I doing? Also, LLK, who just brought us those, not one, but two Bob the Ninja Wailord emotes, and they are great. If you haven't seen them, you need to check them out. Or maybe just, subscribe to the channel, and then you can use them for yourself. That sounds like a fantastic idea.
Yeah, they're real good.
Yes, indeed.
You know what I find amazing is it's almost 2 o'clock in the morning, and we have a rather large crowd of folks.
Yes, indeed. Yes.
Watching this masterpiece of a game.
Yep.
Alrighty, so these flying squirrels here, which I didn't talk about before, they're incredibly cute. They also suck a whole lot, so I don't like dealing with them. There's going to be a room in here where I'm just going to say, no, I'm not dealing with them. How about a room that's got a bunch of spikes and a bunch of squirrels? We're going to use the ring and go, yep, just like that, push them into a corner, and we're done. All right, that room without a ring is a waking nightmare, so I just saved myself a whole lot of trouble by saving a ring all the way to the end of this game, just to make that room not terrible. Block convenience there. We use the bell.
But the squirrels were inconvenienced.
No, the squirrels were the squirrels have been dealt with properly.
Disagree.
I think we need another board.
Yeah.
I'm working here.
You're doing great work.
I've decided the blocks we're fighting, we are not inconveniencing. They are inconveniencing us.
Yes,
So
indeed.
they are not going on the list. I have 4 squirrels
Yes.
marked down as inconvenience.
Nice.
1 clock and 1 Vonnie.
One Vonnie or like one Vonnie multiple times?
Just 1 Vonnie.
Okay,
so far.
Yes.
We have
Yes,
time.
The frequency of inconvenience really isn't relevant.
You sure about that?
Well, I mean, as far as the board goes, it seems like it.
I might have the squirrel count wrong, but I think I'm right.
I trust you implicitly.
If you're wrong, what's going to happen?
Right, exactly.
We'll just have to go back and inconvenience some more squirrels.
There
No,
we go.
no, not happening. No. Okay, good. Yeah, if you let them get to the left, that room can get very tricky. Block convenienced.
Yeah, I think 2 of those blocks, though, inconvenienced us.
Yes,
That's true.
Yeah, they definitely did.
I'll add.
Turnabout is fair play
Here
after
we
all.
go.
Yeah.
1 Netara.
Yeah, I did it. I made the board, everyone.
But these are sentient
Another block
blocks
convenience there.
that are still being inconvenienced.
Yeah.
They're inconveniencing us. That's why Vonnie's on the board.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm so confused.
We don't need to understand the board. We just have to accept the
I
board.
like the board.
Yeah,
Yes,
the board.
embrace the board.
Embrace the board.
I have a master's in block inconvenience.
That's fair.
Thank you, Dr. Cat. Alrighty, so this door at the bottom of the room, this would be shut if I did not have all of the gear that I need here. So it's kind of like the gating to beating the game. But we've only got a couple more rooms left, and then we're going to fight the final boss. I'll ask for serious time there, too. And I'll explain. Oh, nice. And oh, shoot. And I'll explain a couple things here. First of all, let's talk about time. Time is going to be on the final hit of the final boss, so be on the lookout for that. And what is going to happen is that the block convenience there. I got another ring. I'm going to be using that here. It just makes it from having to do 2 damage instead of 5. Here's where I'll get my potions going, and what Dearth is going to do here is he's going to steal all 3 of my wands. Now the funny thing is that in the any percent, you only come in here with the fire wand, yet he still has all 3, even though he steals what you have. He's going to disappear and reappear, and I'm going to try to assault him properly, and here we go. The last thing we want to see is wind. That's the worst one. The best one is lightning, because he reappears more quickly afterwards. See, he reappears just like that. Also, hot jams alert.
I'm glad someone used all these wands.
We brought them for Dearth.
Almost done. Time. Alrighty, so we have defeated Dearth. He is going to be crushed under a pile of rocks.
The inconvenienced?
Yes, that is a Dearth inconvenience for sure.
I
Very
have
much
put him
so.
down 1 Dearth, inconvenienced twice.
So here we have an image of Jazeta coming back, congratulating us, and our reward for winning is being imbued with the spirit of Dad. And now Cannon is going to go on his victory lap here and talk to a bunch of the people that that helped him along the way, and he can brag about what he has done to Dearth and how he has saved the day.
Did Dearth say that he will exist as long as there's evil in the hearts of people?
I read that. That was definitely that.
Did you know?
That's Final Fantasy IV.
Did you know that Final Fantasy IV was indeed
Influenced by
inspired by Neutopia?
Neutopia,
Yes,
yes.
indeed.
And is our finale.
Yes.
Rivers, are you catching this?
Alrighty. Well, these credits are actually quite long. I don't think we're going to let these play out, but I do want to give some shout-outs. First of all, shout out to everybody who donated during my run. It definitely made it a lot of fun to hear all of your great and funny comments. I definitely appreciate that. Shout-outs to everybody here on the tech crew for putting together everything, allowing you to be brought here. Definitely appreciate you very greatly. Shout-outs to RPG Limit Break in general for giving me the opportunity to showcase this fantastic speedrun and everything. I do want to give a big shout-out and thank you to Netara, to FlannelKat, and to Quistakular. And I also want to give a very special shout-out to our host, Kanban Meow, because this is the very first live hosting shift that he has ever had, and he did an absolutely wonderful job. So give it up for Kanban.
Yeah, Kanban.
Alrighty, well, I tell you what, that's going to do it for me here.
Final
yes,
counts?
Yes, yeah, let's get some final counts
All
in
right.
here. Go
Final
ahead, Kat.
counts. Blocks inconvenienced, 48. Clocks, 1. Squirrels, 4. Natara, 1. Dearth, 1 dearth, twice. Vani, 1.
All right.
And that's all.
Well, there you have it. If you were scoring at home, that's your official tally there. Everyone, thank you so much for everything that you're involved with here on this run. Hope you appreciate it. I will see all of you around very soon. Until I do, take care, everyone.
What a run. Thank you so much for the love in chat, and thank you all for your support and joining us for that Neutopia 2 run. We got a $5 donation from Lakey, who says, get this train going, choo-choo. And that's right, we do want to get this incentive train going for the upcoming East 2 Chronicles run. We've got 2 incentives that will be closing. As soon as that run begins, we will be picking them before we go into it. That is the artwork. You can choose between Chronicles 2009 and Complete 2001. That incentive is anyone's game. So if you would like to see one of those, or if you'd like to look it up and see what you think looks snazzier, go ahead and throw some donations that way. We've also got the soundtrack choice for East 2 Chronicles Plus. The PC 8801 is currently leading at $20, but Chronicles 2009 and Complete 2001 could still be in the running with your donations. And we've also got lots of donations for our upcoming Suikoden 2 run. The Clive side quest is currently at $135 out of $1,000. The Glitch exhibition, which sounds pretty snazzy to me, is currently at $263 out of $500. That one's getting pretty close. And the McDowell side quest is at $195 out of $1,000. So if you'd like to see some extra Suikoden, get your donations in for that. And if you are someone who likes to see your name or help others see their name on armies, castles, or heroes, you can also donate towards those. The name Army incentive currently stands with Army, A-U-R-M-I-E, at $75, Orient at $40, Leggy at $10, and Smarmy at $8. The castle name is currently between Castle, K-A-S-S-U-L, and Ayuden. Castle's at $75, and Ayuden is sitting at $20. And the name of the hero, we've gotten some shifting movement there. Murayama is currently in the lead with $175. Hero is in second place with $150. That's H-I-R-O-H. Digston is right behind it with $125. And Ice Lion, I-C-3, L-I-O-N, is sitting at $25. A contentious race is underway there. It's anyone's game to name the hero. So get those donations rolling. We're going to take a quick break, folks, as we run some stream ads. Stick around. We'll be right back. And welcome back, my friends, to RPG Limit Break 2024. I hope you've been enjoying this TG16 action. We're going to continue with that theme coming up real soon with Ys 2 Chronicles Plus, but not on the TurboGrafx 16. It's a brand new reimagining in beautiful artwork and sound. But once again, you can still choose what you'd like to see and what you'd like to hear because those incentives will be open for a few more minutes. Chronicles 2009 or Complete 2001 are your artwork choices. And for the soundtrack, you can choose the PC 8801, the Chronicles 2009, or the Complete 2001 soundtrack. So get those donations coming. In an effort to support the mission statement of NAMI, we would like to encourage our viewers in chat and our donors to avoid using mental health-related pejoratives when describing situations that are extraordinary. These include terms like crazy, insane, mental, nuts, bonkers, etc. We ask you to be mindful of the specific language you use, as many people do not realize these are pejoratives. Instead, consider substituting them with words such as amazing, ridiculous, wild, or bananas. We greatly appreciate your cooperation with this and hope that you can carry this forward in your everyday lives. We also want to send shout-outs to the people involved with our foreign language restreams. Our French restream can be found at twitch.tv/LeFrenchRestream, and our Japanese restream at twitch.tv/Japanese_restream. If those restreams can help you better enjoy the marathon, please go check them out and send them some love. If we got some Ys fans in the chat, I'd love to know what are some of your favorite games in the Ys series. I first played Ys 1 and 2 on the TurboGrafx CD about 2 years ago, and I absolutely fell in love with this wonderful series and its main protagonist, Adol. So if you're a fan of Ys, go ahead and let us know what your favorite game is and why. If you'd like to show some love with a donation during this Ys run, we do have an Ys 1 and 2 Chronicles key, which you could get for a minimum of a $5 donation to be entered to win that prize. And we've got a couple of new prizes that are coming up. We've got a Perler, which will be a minimum of $5 of a donation there. The Impact of a Water book, another minimum $5 donation to be entered to win that prize. And the Lame Mage TTRPG book set, a minimum of $30. All of these will be available until the end of Xenoblade Chronicles 3 Future Redeemed.